250,000 miles must feel like the fever dream of almost all car buyers. Who doesn't want a vehicle that lasts long anyway? Of course, this feat is only achievable if the owners maintain the health of their cars. Even an entry-level unit can muscle its way to 100,000 miles or so if religiously taken care of. However, as I have been a car critic for over the years now, I am downright certain that some cars are more reliable and can endure more road trips than others, such as these SUVs that you'll be about to see in this video. Hello everyone, this is Scott from CarlandTV. It's time to get in the front seat, as I'm about to take you on a showroom tour of SUVs that could likely hit 250,000 miles when regularly maintained and checked. Before I start, I would really appreciate it if you would push those buttons below, the subscribe button, the notification bell, all of them. I do not require you to do so, but you would make me smile and push me to give you more valuable car-related content on your screen. Now buckle up and let's get back to the video. 2024 Acura MDX. Let me start with the MDX. Now, I know that this isn't the SUV you are expecting to see here, but let me remind you that Acura is under the Honda umbrella, and we all know the quality of Honda's production cars. The brand is almost synonymous with reliability, which is only second to Toyota. Admittedly, the Acura MDX is no cheap car. This sleek, futuristic SUV has a starting price of $51,000, which automatically places it on the luxury market. It also showcases athletic handling, which is fitting for its size and value. The higher you scale on its trim, the sportier it gets. Not all Acura MDX can reach 250,000 miles. It's a fact of life, and this applies to all the SUVs that I included in this video. But when taken care of religiously, the MDX might help you reach such a milestone. The 2024 model in particular operates via a 3.5-liter V6 engine, which produces up to 290 horsepower. That's pretty much reasonable to me, but it's not the output of its engine that makes it stellar. Instead, its inherent reliability and rock-hard construction. You see, the current engine of the MDX utilizes a single overhead camshaft, which is then paired to a VTEC, or variable valve timing and lift electronic control. This setup is downright innovative and contributes to the long-lasting performance of the MDX. It helps improve the fuel efficiency of the MDX without compromising its performance. Plus, it also negates the possibility of the engine components wearing out quickly. The 10-speed automatic transmission of this SUV works quite well in reducing stress on the drivetrain and engine. The reason for this is that this transmission executes precise gear changes. Test drive this car, and you'll know I'm not just overhyping its transmission. It's really good. There's also its unibody construction. As the term suggests, a unibody design capsulizes the frame and body into a single strong structure. This makes the 2024 MDX a lot more appealing, as it doesn't just keep the SUV's durability, but also reduces its weight. The vehicle also features an advanced double wishbone front suspension and multi-link rear suspension, both of which contribute to a smoother ride and reduce wear on tires and suspension components even on rough roads. 2024 Toyota Forerunner. If performance and durability are your topmost priority, you gotta go with the Forerunner. I mean, this SUV has been trailing across the beaten and rugged terrains of the United States for many years already, and you know what? It still maintained that reliable, tested and tried off-roading reputation. Hitting 250,000 miles and surpassing that mark is clearly possible with this SUV. This SUV is currently using a truck-style separate frame, which isn't a common configuration. But this design made the Forerunner a capable adventure vehicle. People think, however, that its design should be changed. But I understand that if Toyota has to turn down this request in the meantime, that is understandable. Why fix what's not broken anyway? The heart of this SUV, which is its 4-liter V6 engine, usually makes 270 horsepower and 278 pound-feet of torque. These figures tell a lot that this SUV has enough power to muscle its way through difficult tracks and unforgiving terrains. This engine is one of the toughest engine designs I've ever seen for its segment. This engine has aluminum alloy heads and cast iron block construction, which admittedly is old school. But this damn setup is really good at dissipating heat while maintaining the engine's high-strength structure. This alone is one of the key factors as to why many Forerunners were able to hit 200,000 miles or greater. Also, I need to point out that its engine is using a timing chain and not a belt. This isn't a design flaw. It's intentional. The timing chain reduces the need for frequent maintenance and could possibly contribute to extending the lifespan of the car. Transmission-wise, I say that this one is outdated. The 5-speed auto transmission feels Spartan, but that's the thing. It's too simple, which means that there are fewer moving parts to worry about. 2024 Honda Pilot. I know some of you will not agree with me, but it seems that the Honda Pilot doesn't seem to get the attention it deserves. Well, that doesn't surprise me, given that the midsize segment right now is stacked. Just imagine that Toyota downsized its arguably most popular large SUV to join the growing midsize bandwagon. But there's one thing that the Honda Pilot possesses that other SUVs of its class don't have, and that's long-term reliability. That's right. Throughout several generations of Honda Pilot, a significant number of these SUVs have survived the 250,000-mile ordeal and went another 25,000 or 50,000 more before calling it quits. It's a testament that Honda, similar to Toyota, also knows how to manufacture rugged, long-lasting cars. The 2024 model year of the Honda Pilot is likely to follow in the footsteps of its predecessors. Its powertrain alone is engineered to operate constantly without premature wear. The 3.5-liter V6 engine under the hood of this stylistic SUV easily generates 285 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque, which means that it's not reliable. It's also efficient. What you need to know here is that its engine has a forged steel crankshaft and high-strength connecting rods. They serve as the skeleton of the V6 engine of the Honda Pilot, a sturdy skeleton, if I may. These are components that can handle long-term stress, which results in the engine giving more mileage. It also has a 10-speed auto transmission, as it features a wide gear ratio spread. Without being too technical about it, a wide gear ratio spread helps in ensuring that the power delivery is smooth. I also need to tell you that this feature also minimizes the strain against the engine while you are stepping the pedal hard. Another factor that I think improves the longevity of this SUV is its cooling system. Basically, a high-capacity radiator and transmission cool negates the possibility of unwanted overheating, which extends the life of the engine and transmission. 2024 Toyota Sequoia. A large SUV like the Sequoia is often misjudged when it comes to its overall ride quality. But in reality, investing in this particular SUV is a brilliant idea, especially if we factor in the fact that this SUV is known to run 250,000 miles and go some more. Now, I know you are wondering if the 2024 Sequoia can do what its predecessors achieved on their mileage. Well, based on market predictions, there's a likely chance that the Sequoia will exhibit enough reliability to keep its system running. Both the design and components used in the latest Sequoia are meticulously engineered. I mean, this vehicle is quite tough, really tough, even when exposed to off-road terrains on a regular basis. The 3.4-liter iForce Max V6 engine is quite unique among all large-sized SUVs. After all, the entire segment is filled with V8s, and this V6 still doesn't lag when it comes to durability and performance. Horsepower is at 437, and it generates up to 583 pound-feet, so there's no love lost here. Again, this engine can endure the long haul, especially when maintained properly. In particular, the V6 is tailored with forged steel connecting rods and aluminum alloy pistols. These components allow the V6 unit to endure high stress and extended usage. The 2024 Sequoia also carries the reliable 10-speed automatic transmission that Toyota takes pride in. If we limit our assessment based on my test drive to this SUV, then I can confidently say that this transmission is overall smooth and far from being fragile. This is due to the fact that the transmission includes an adaptive control system that reduces wear by making gear shifts a lot more efficient and responsive. It also has a body-on-frame construction, similar to other Toyota SUVs like the Tundra and Land Cruiser, which I'm going to feature in the short while. A body-on-frame design strengthens the structural integrity of these cars when taken in harsh environments. The high-strength steel frame is resistant to bending and twisting, and this significantly affects its vertical alignment and prevents premature wear on components like the car's suspension and axles. 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser. The newly redesigned Land Cruiser scaled it down to a mid-size SUV, but by all means its capability as an off-roader and hauler hasn't been reduced a bit. The same thing is true with its design. This thing is as tough as it gets, which is not a surprise considering the engineering ethos of Toyota, which is that its production vehicles must be tough and reliable. It also uses high-quality components from its sheet metal down to its paint to ensure that its structural integrity won't be compromised. Engines are usually the first to incur problems, but Land Cruiser's latest 3.5-liter V6 twin-turbo hybrid engine is a solid beast. Structurally speaking, the engine is not prone to sudden breakages or leakages. Even its 10-speed automatic transmission guarantees that it can perform in rough terrains and harsh conditions, which means that the Land Cruiser is practically a safe ride. There's also the fact that the newest Land Cruiser, similar to other Toyota cars, is using body-on-frame construction. This setup enhances the durability of these vehicles, even on the beaten paths, while ensuring that critical components like its drivetrain and suspension don't wear out quickly. So yes, with active and regular servicing, it's more likely than not that the new Land Cruiser will kill it on the mileage. And that completes this list. Thanks for sticking to the end. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and share buttons. I know it's a chore, but it helps the channel a lot. Until next time, drive safely.